It's indeed a great pleasure. We have got Mr. Keyu from Hainan province of China, the wonderful province, the captivating, intoxicating and scintillating province. He is visiting India at this point of time, and he is with us at IKFT College, New Chandigarh in district Punjab of India. A very hearty welcome to you.
Thank you very much.
It's such a pleasure to have you with us over here.
My honor and my pleasure.
From the time I have met you, there's so much of positive energy, so much of positive feelings which are coming from you. You're so vibrant, you're so energetic, you're so well informed. It appears you have traveled, I would say, quite a bit of a globe, and you have traveled to lots of places, and you bring with you lots of experience. Did you travel to India earlier? Did you travel to this part of India earlier? Share something.
Well, indeed, personally, I really like travel, and due to my working experience, from the first day when I start my career, it's always in the international business development, either in the enterprise or in a government organization. Up to now, I got chance to travel to nearly 50 countries.
50, 50.
Yes, 50
wow,
countries.
That's wonderful.
So,
that's wonderful.
All the main continents I've visited, and for India itself, actually, I have to say, every time I come to India, I always feel very exciting, and even I feel very much at home, even though we have totally different culture. I can't count exactly how many times I have visited India, but definitely it's more than 10 times.
Wow!
I have to check of my used maybe 4 or 5 passports already. I need to count the stamp on the immigration. But every time I visited, I think around 6 or 7 different Pradesh and states of India. But it's my first time to come to Chandigarh of Punjab, Pradesh.
Such a pleasure to have you with us over here in northern India to this particular place, and we are very, very happy. Now, we watched a video on Hainan. We saw a beautiful video clip on Hainan, 7 to 8 minutes, but it was such a wonderful clips, and how Hainan has transformed within 30 years, and we could see that with such a humble population of about 9 million,
yes.
9 million, you're getting 70 million tourists over there.
Yeah.
Such a wonderful place. Tell us something about Hainan. I'm so excited to know.
Fine, and Hainan actually is the youngest province in China, which was established in the year 1988, and it's an isolated island from geography, and because it's not bordered with any other province of China, and it's also become a unique advantage. Firstly, this is the only tropical climate province of China, with the average temperature just 24-25 degrees, which is the most comfortable and livable in whole China. And so just now you mentioned about these 17 million tourists, especially in the winter time, when it is heavy snow in the north part of China, it's still very pleasant and enjoyable time in Hainan. So many people, they come to Hainan to spend their winter season. Some come here for travel 1 week, couple of weeks. Some people, they even come here to live a couple of months during the winter season. And in the past 30 years, Hainan is a typical example of the opening up of Chinese social development. And China started to announce the opening up to the outside world in the year 1978, which is 10 years earlier than the establishment of Hainan. So in 1988, there has even no single kilometer of highway in Hainan. But now, we already have more than 1,000 kilometer highway only in Hainan Island. We have the cross island highway. We also have the Circle Island Highway. And
you've got a beautiful train also.
Yes, we also have the speed train across the island. And this is the only second island speed train in the world. So
In the world?
in the world.
Wow.
And we also have 4 international airports in a different direction of the island.
Wow.
And in the east side of the island, we have Boao International Airport, which is particularly built for the Boao Asia Forum, which is one of the most important platform for all the statesmen and the leaders from Asian countries. It takes place in April or March every year, and in April of this year, it's the Boao Asia Forum. I also participate, and the Chinese president, together with I think more than 40 countries, statesmen and the president, premiers, they gather in Hainan, and our president Xi Jinping, he announced that Chinese central government support the development of Hainan into the most opening up free trade port of China.
Free trade port
Yes.
of China.
Which means the most favorable policy, opening up policy, and the maximum freedom will be given to Hainan province. So Hainan will has a closer link and a connection with outside world. And Mr. Sharma, Dr. Sharma, you are most welcome to visit Hainan, not only from the video, but also from the physical visits. You will find it is really a paradise.
Your delegation recently visited India. They were wonderful people. They had gone around. We enjoyed so much interacting with them, and now with your warmth, we are so excited, to visit Hainan. You just visited, and you mentioned that this is your first visit to Northern India.
Yeah.
You just visited a facility over here called India's first service industry finishing school, which is located right in the college campus of ITFT College.
Yes.
There's also a film shooting area which is promoting cinematic tourism in this, and you saw the different labs, how basically in a finishing school, the students, those are doing their graduation, those are doing their post-graduation, masters, those are doing short-term courses, how they are being groomed for travel, tourism, hospitality, airlines, retail, media entertainment, sales and marketing, entrepreneurship and other areas. How do you feel about it?
Well, it is quite amazing visit. I'm not very well understanding in the name of finishing school before I come here.
Okay.
But after the visit, I should say this is very much important for the development of the young talents who just graduate from school and before they enter the industry.
Yes.
Yeah, and I would like to say that such kind of training will shorten their time to get to be familiar with the industry, with their career development, and this is also quite helpful and even accelerates their professional development. And I'm quite impressed about those 4 sectors, which include the personality development, global communication skill development, digital skill improvement, and life management
Skills.
I should say, I would expect I can visit this finishing school even earlier because it may spend me several years to understand those several important parts. But if I come here, I would get to know that earlier. It's a great job.
Thank you very much. It's quite encouraging what you're mentioning over here. Together, I'm sure we can do lots of things, and we can take this finishing school to first Asian continent. It can also move to African continent.
Yes.
It can go to Latin America. It can go to the rest of the world. We can always plan. What I wish to share and to know from you is, we look towards China is doing extremely well, and we would like to compliment everybody in China, every soul in China. Our compliments to all of you. You all are doing wonderful as far as manufacturing part is concerned. World over, anywhere you go, you read a tag made in China. You are doing so well. Now, how do you look at services sector?
Yeah. Well, just now I mentioned that from the year 1978, China started to be opening up to the world. So which means China opened the door and welcome and invite foreign investment, technology, management, and of course also international talents come to China. And in those years, the key purpose is China want to learn from them. And as the largest population in the world, China has a huge, or even I should say very huge number of workforce. And in the past 40 years, the advantage of working costs is also help China become a very big manufacturer economy in the world. And in past 40 years, China become #1 in many manufacturing sector. We are the largest cement producer, we are the largest steel producer, we are also the largest shipbuilding country, many. And but most of which it become an export-oriented economy. So that's why you said from the textile, clothes, consumables, toys, shoes, everything we can find it was made in China. But I think since 2000, Chinese top decision makers, our statesmen, they start to realize because the manufacturing also means it's not only the workforce, but also the consumption of natural resource.
Yes.
So the consumption of natural resource, most of the resource is not renewable after consumption, and also it bring the pollution emission. So Chinese government want to promote the service industry.
Okay.
And I noticed that in the year of 2017, just the last year, we already increased the service industry, which achieved more than 50%
To the GDP.
to the GDP contribution.
Whereas the manufacturing has gone to 40%.
And actually before 2000, manufacturing is always the largest economic contributor.
Yes.
But now service industry is already surpassed the manufacturing and become the largest contributor in the total GDP mix.
Okay. As the services sector is increasing in China, it's growing, it's moving,
Yeah.
and it's contributing so well to GDP. So do you feel that our chamber, which is exclusively dedicated to services sector, ICSI is International Chamber for Service Industry?
Yes.
We could have some partnership with each other into services sector?
Definitely, that is the main reason why I'm here.
Okay.
And because we know that firstly, India and China, we are neighboring countries and quite closely with each other. And our two countries has already deal with each other for thousands of years.
Yes.
And I also know that India is very strong and quite experienced in the service sector in the past decades. And the service industry accounted for more than 60% of Indian economic mix.
Yes.
So I believe there is a lot of potential for China, especially Hainan, which has a very limited manufacturing industry on the island. We are mainly rely on promotion of service industry in the next decades under this free trade port development opportunity. So I believe the collaboration between our organization and the ICSI will definitely come to a very fruitful outcome between these two, not only our two organizations, but it will be a typical example of the economic cooperation of two countries.
Wonderful, wonderful. One more area which comes to my mind, besides tourism, hospitality, education, skills, there's the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
And India, particularly the Bollywood, the media entertainment industry, when we talk about radio, television, theatre, music, films, animation, digital, the Bollywood cinematic tourism, where the production of the film and tourism promotion together when we work out, Do you feel that Hainan would be open if a Bollywood is taken to Hainan to promote its tourism, multiply your economic prosperity, and some of the production houses from Bollywood going, do you watch Hindi movies sometime?
Well, you come to a very interesting point, because personally, I'm a very much, I should say, a very deep fan of Indian Bollywood movie.
Oh, that's lovely.
I have watched, I should say, I can easily count the name of more than 20 Indian movies.
Oh, that's great.
And
then I got to learn 20 Chinese movies.
Yeah, well, the Indian Bollywood movie industry is definitely very much welcome, because this is also an important part of the service sector.
Yes.
I didn't see it will bring any pollution. Actually, it's not only in the film or entertainment industry itself, it will also promote tourism.
Yes.
So,
an example from Singapore, New Zealand, Canada, USA, UK, many other countries. And now people have gone to other places as well from Bollywood.
Yeah.
So you are open, that in Hainan we should bring.
Very welcome.
Okay, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Finally, I would say, while saying this, we are so extremely delighted and happy, and it's a beautiful, jubilant moment that I find so much of good, positive energy in you. What message would you like to give it to the younger generation? Of course, before that, our chamber would like to keep 4 scholarships as a gesture at your disposal. 4 boys and girls can come from Hainan province on a scholarship to this particular part.
Thank you.
So that they pick up the good, we can exchange, we can learn something from them of Chinese culture, Chinese cuisine, Chinese music, Chinese fashion, everything we can pick up, and they can become the brand ambassador to take the whole thing ahead. How and what message you would like to give to the younger generation in China as well as in India, because both the countries' partnership with the prosperity can bring a lot of human development globally. What message would you like to give at the end?
First thing is, thank you very much for the offering of this 4 scholarship-based students opportunity to study in ICSI in Chandigarh. Very much appreciated.
Thank you.
I believe those students definitely they will be the ambassador of Hainan and even of China, because the cultural exchange of our 2 countries is already exists more than thousands of years. Time is moving forward. There's some change of the different development trend in economic perspective, in technical perspective, but the friendship and also the I should say the passion of the 2 countries is always there. That remains low change and need to be enhanced. As for come to a message to the Chinese, Indian youth, even the worldwide youth, I should say, we need to always understand the trend of the global development. I'm very happy to notice like I think there's some statement in some ICSI labs. It tells the students what is the trend of the society. So firstly, I would like to say we always need to understand and catch the development trend. Second point, that is whatever we do, wherever we live, we should always think about we are a part of this world. So we need to build our global viewpoint. We need to have our global viewpoint. So always be opening up to the other different civilization, different culture, different religions.
In a positive way.
In a positive way.
With a positive energy.
And then in this way,
positive synergy,
we will come across all the goodness from different corners of the world.
Wonderful. We are looking forward to a wonderful world where the youth, with the teachers, with the educators, with the research scholars, with the corporate sector, and of course the governing bodies together, China, India, Asia, Africa, for that matter Europe, and of course rest of the world, all of us, how do we build a wonderful, beautiful synergy, positive energy globally.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Shah.
What a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for visiting us.
Thank you.
And IKFT College, Chandigarh, in India, in Punjab, awaits your 4 scholars to come and study over
Thank you.
here
Thank
and
you.
to bring the Chinese culture.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.